You talking to me?
It's gonna be legendary.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Ho, 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 ho.
They're here. All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
You're listening to Natalie Lipka and Wayne Frazier on Hollywood Close-Up.
Hello, welcome to Hollywood Close-Up. I'm Wayne Frazier.
And I'm Natalie Lipka.
And we are two actors talking our way to the top. Please check out our website at natalieandwayne.com and on Twitter and Instagram at Natalie and Wayne, and subscribe on iTunes and listen every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on our affiliate radio station, WLOR.net Internet Radio.
Yes, and that was some music from Slant. We have them back this week. Check them out at slantmusic.net. It was Munir from Slant's birthday Monday, so happy birthday, Munir.
Happy birthday!
We just had to bring in some Slant because we love you guys.
Yeah, the best, number one.
Yeah.
So we have a hilarious guest coming up here shortly. Comedian Marty Ross is going to come and talk to us.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. He had me laughing out loud when I was listening to his stuff at home.
Yeah, this is going to be hysterical. Yeah. We are Facebook Live, so welcome. Yay! Hey, everybody in Facebook land and everywhere else. And
Rena Maria's here.
Yes, she is. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Great to see you both.
Oh, you too. It's been very chilly here in LA. I'm still
it has.
warming up.
It is a little chilly today. There's a chill in the air here in the winter. But we got a lot of rain and we need it.
We needed the rain. It was a little scary, some of that rain, but it was much needed.
Yeah, well, apparently in the East Coast, they're getting a nor'easter.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they're getting a lot of New Jersey and Massachusetts and New England, everybody. So everybody be safe out there, man, you know?
Yes, please.
Go water skiing down the street. But I actually did see people on one guy was in a rubber ducky.
That's what I saw.
Float.
I did see that.
And he was going down the street, and then I saw somebody, I think it was in San Francisco, who was on a surfboard, and he was going down the street. So yeah, but be careful, guys, because you never know. I don't know where there's a fire hydrant in the way.
You know, especially here in La La Land, where we're not used to the rain, but I think we need to just segue into La La Land.
A little segue.
A little 14 nominations.
14, yeah. For the Oscar nominations were this morning live, and 14. That ties the record, I believe.
Yeah, with Titanic.
Yeah. Okay.
Titanic and. All About Eve.
All About Eve. I have never seen that one.
Me either.
Is it nominated this year? Kidding. Congratulations to them. We also have, we'll touch on both of these, but the Screen Actors Guild Awards are also
Sunday.
This Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
January 29th. 29th already, guys. 2017.
I can't believe it. Wayne, I'm glad that you have both things up on the computer for me to look at, because last time we know that I get very confused.
Right.
Which awards we're talking about.
Right, exactly. So with the Screen Actors Guild Awards, this is peers voting for each other, and whereas the Academy is, some of them might have been in the film, some not, like it's the Academy members. Which I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Golden Globes is the foreign press.
Yes.
So put all that in your notebook.
Thanks, Wayne. You're such a wealth of information.
Oh, you know. For the Screen Actor Guild Awards, some of the nominees, Captain Fantastic, Fences, Hidden Figures, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight.
For Cast in a Motion Picture. Outstanding performance.
Right. And then you go to Best Picture on the Oscar sides. Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water. I'm excited about that, too. Hidden Figures, La La Land, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight.
You know, and there's 9 nominations, and there can be 10.
Right.
So there was someone, when I was watching on ABC, if you were watching live, you heard him say that, they could have put Deadpool in there.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have put these because it still have one more, and I always wonder about that. What makes the cutoff?
Right.
Do you
Or
know?
even Sully. Because Sully got pretty much snubbed, right?
Oh,
I think they
yeah.
had maybe one award in there for sound sound or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. But Tom Hanks did not get nominated
No.
for any of them, which is interesting. That one I have not seen yet. I've seen a lot of these. I started watching Florence Foster Jenkins last night with Meryl Streep,
Yeah.
and it's freaking hilarious. She's a real bad opera singer, and,
Yeah.
and it's just hysterical to watch.
I mean, she's nominated for what, like her? I think they said 20th
it's ridiculous.
Oscar nomination.
Yeah, it's
Don't
ridiculous.
quote me on that.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And then Viola Davis is nominated for the third time for a black actress. And
Okay.
that's a record today.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
awesome.
believe that's, if I'm correct on that one, yeah. So I thought that's great. So there's some great. If you looked at the list here,
I mean, yeah, she's nominated for a supporting role, right?
mhm,
Okay. And
which she
that's-
was great. Did you get to see Fences yet, Natalie?
I haven't yet.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna see it before the SAG Awards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because and those are on Sunday. We actually have to have our votes in by.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it before the voting
Yeah.
happens. I'm excited.
So we got some interesting.
You know what I think is interesting is Amy Adams was not nominated for an Oscar
Oh yeah, I saw
for
that.
lead actress.
Interesting.
I was very surprised by that.
Because you got, for lead actress in the Oscar race, you got Isabel Huppert?
Huppert.
Huppert?
Isabel Huppert.
Huppert for Elle. And she won the Golden
Globe.
Globe. Ruth Negga for Loving. I haven't seen Loving yet.
I want to see that too.
Natalie Portman for Jackie. Emma Stone for La La Land. And, of course, Meryl Streep. Florence Foster.
That's an interesting category, I think.
Man, what a battle. This is going to be a great awards. I mean, look at lead actor. Casey Affleck, he won for the Golden Globe, but then you got Andrew Garfield, who was amazing in Hacksaw Ridge. Ryan Gosling, of course, La La Land. He also won in a different category. I forget what the category was, right?
He won the Golden
He
Globe.
won the
you're saying.
Golden Globe, yeah, but didn't, I'm sorry,
Casey
Affleck won, too.
Yeah, because they have dramatic, like a drama and then a comedy or musical. So that's how
Okay.
they were both able to win.
Which is great. Okay, so, but this one is like, no.
They're all together.
We're all together. Viggo Mortensen, Captain Fantastic. We a friend of ours, Tim, the other day said that Captain
was really
Fantastic is a
good.
fun movie to watch too.
And you know who else I'm excited about too?
Who's
is,
that, Natalie?
The guy from Manchester by the Sea who played the nephew.
Oh,
He's up for. He got an Oscar nom.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it on here. 'cause
Supporting
I-
actor. Let's see.
Yeah.
Lucas Hedges.
Yeah.
Which he reminded me. I think I mentioned it before. A lot of a very young Matt Damon. Mm-hmm. Just the way he carried himself was very, very reminiscent of. Which is so he's got a long. And I heard that and Michael Shannon, he's an amazing
Yeah.
actor. Nocturnal Animals, I heard, is really good.
Right.
He's a great actor.
Yeah,
And I just saw Moonlight. Did you watch Moonlight yet?
I did.
Yeah, which was amazing. I'm very excited for everyone who's up for that as well.
The acting in that first half was unreal. If you haven't seen that movie yet,
I wanna see that. I
Yeah, the
haven't
acting
seen
in the
it yet.
first half is it's so crazy.
Yeah, Naomi Harris is up for it. And then I think they're up for Best Picture as well.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Best Supporting Actor, I can't see if you can scroll up there.
Okay.
Wayne.
Let's see, supporting actor. Yeah. You got
Mahershala Ali.
Rena
Is,
Marie, you are the
supporting-
best with names.
I'm so glad she said that.
I could be saying it wrong. I don't.
That's okay.
And you know what's funny,
I'm guessing.
Rena Marie, when you see Moonlight, he's only in the first portion of that movie, and it's kind of like Michelle Williams is nominated for best
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea, and she says it's such a small part, but like we tell everybody, no part is too small.
Yeah.
Well, and that's something. I like you
No part-
making that point.
It's too small.
But they were talking about that as well, was that her part is definitely a supporting, whereas Viola Davis in Fences is more like a lead, even though it's a supporting.
Yeah, she's
So it's
phenomenal.
it's an interesting, it's a very interesting category based on what the roles were.
Yeah.
Because her part with Michelle Williams had really great scenes, but was not in a lot of the movie.
And of course, we have to, Hollywood went there, man. They got Mel Gibson's back in.
They sure did.
Hacksaw Ridge. So there's going to be an interesting awards this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So can't wait to see that. And I believe we're running out of the first section of time.
I know,
here, so
that happened so fast. I guess we got to do a little social media moment.
I think that
real
sounds
quick,
great.
huh? Let's see what's happening. Well, if you haven't seen already, Katie Rich of SNL has been suspended for a tweet mocking Barron Trump. I was reading about this in the New York Times, and we've talked about this on the show before, that you need to be careful what you say on social media and what is being said and what you're posting. And she has apologized for this, saying that it was an insensitive tweet, and she deeply regrets her actions and offensive words, and it was inexcusable, and she's sorry. I'm paraphrasing based from her quote.
Right.
So if you want to know more about that, read about that in the New York Times. And then also, I was reading on socialmediatoday.com 8 lesser discussed social media changes, what to pay attention to in 2017. And they're saying there's been a lot of critical changes in social media, but there's some lesser discussed changes that are certain to have an effect on established social marketing tactics. And one is Twitter. An interesting feature is the ability to retweet yourself. I was always unsure of retweeting myself. Wayne and I have discussed this. And so they're saying that it makes sense to retweet your content because it raises your overall engagement rates and ensures that your future posts have more visibility. So I thought that was a very interesting point. And also the last Twitter feature they mention is the ability to move a public conversation to a private direct message. So check that out if you have. I haven't tried that before, but I think that's interesting. Like, you're having going back and forth on Twitter. Well, maybe it's time to move to a private conversation.
Ah.
Yeah, right from that tweet, you can direct people over to the private conversation. So there's other changes listed for LinkedIn and Facebook, so check that out. And just something, so cute, that dad and his 4-year-old daughter who are singing a duet. You've Got a Friend in Me. It's Claire Ryan and her dad, and check it out. I was watching it on viralvo.com. It'll just bring a smile to your face. It's so adorable. So
They were wonderful together. You definitely check that out.
absolutely. So that's my social media moment.
Good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. And now it's time for some not so quick and quirky news with Wayne Frazier. So, what has 24 personalities and it makes $44 million over the weekend? Gotcha, right?
Anything to do with M. Night Shyamalan?
Yes, it does. Yes, his new movie starring James McAvoy is the correct answer for sure.
I didn't realize James McAvoy was in that.
I heard his performance is 25 times great, or 24 times. It was number 1 at the box office. It's getting great reviews and a superb acting rating for him. So interested to see that. Great to see M. Night back in the M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Ding, ding, ding. Good news for everyone here. Stephen Colbert is going to host TV's biggest awards, the 69th Primetime Emmy Awards, coming up this fall.
That'll be so funny.
Congratulations to him.
I got confused for a second.
Yes.
What award was happening?
Which one? There's too many. And finally, cast and crew of Star Wars Episode 8 can finally relax a little bit after keeping the official title of the movie under wraps for so long. The new movie the name came out yesterday and will be called Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Fantastic.
So who's the last Jedi?
Who is it?
Who is it?
Who is it?
What does that mean? What's going to
the
happen
suspense.
to all the Jedis?
I know. I made up for
Is there no more?
But that's once again for a December 2017 release. And real quick, Patriots right here.
Did they win? Are you happy, Wayne? Are you happy?
Very happy.
Going to the Super Bowl.
Going to this number 7. Record.
What?
Anyway, so good luck to my boys in a couple of weeks. We'll keep you updated each and every week on that until the big game. Other than that is the quick and quirky news. I'm Wayne Frazier.
And I'm Natalie Lipko. We will be right back on Hollywood Close-Up with Marty Ross.
in my hands. It's more than I can take. And I know that I am more of a man. If only I could step away, yeah. So I'm standing right here, not walking away. That's finally clear. Can't mistake it at all. Keep letting my fears change how I live my life. 'Cause I couldn't come for living at all. What can I say? Revolving doors are meant to spin. There's no point in knowing the truth. Then you're lying to yourself again. 'Cause I know that I am more of a man. If only I could step away, yeah. So I'm standing right here, not walking away. That's finally clear. Can't mistake it at all. Keep letting my fears change how I live my life.
All right, welcome back to Hollywood Close-Up. This is Wayne Frazier.
And I'm Natalie Lipka. We have a very special guest in the studio with us. He is hilarious. I'm still laughing. I was saying earlier, I was LOLing at my house when I was watching your videos online. But you've seen him do comedy all over the Western United States on the Las Vegas Strip. You can listen to his comedy CD, Wrinkled Rebel, Going Down Fighting. But first, a nap. We have comedian, the Wrinkled Rebel himself, Marty Ross, is with us.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you for all this applause.
Oh, they love you.
That's fantastic.
How the heck are you, my friends?
I'm alive.
I like that.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah, I was waiting for you, and I was a little, touch and go. I didn't know.
You,
You did good. I'm glad
Thank you.
Thank you
I
for
didn't want to
holding
let
out.
you down. Right?
Jeez.
So, what's going on these days? Are you excited? How's 2017 so far treating you?
Next question. I'm excited that I'm still here.
Well, yeah.
That's
Well,
what
you
I
just
mean.
recently had a birthday, right?
I turned 77.
Unbelievable. Listen
Happy
to that,
birthday.
everybody.
When is your birthday?
November 25th.
November 25th. Okay.
And it will be again next year,
Yes,
hopefully.
it will.
Every year from now on out.
I have no choice. I'm busy. You know what I mean? When you're busy, you really don't have time to pass away.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And my family's busy, so, it wouldn't fit into their schedule.
I mean, I love it that you're just a ball of energy. You just never stop. I see you all the time, and it's like it's just always cracking jokes and
I don't know how to stop.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
a sickness.
living life.
Again, when you have to realize you get to a certain age that, holy crap, I'm this age, might as well keep going. Well, give up, and I can't do that.
Hey, look at Betty White. She just turned 95. I say 25. Just scored 25. She's just looking great.
She really could use
95.
some work. Yeah, she never returns my calls.
Another future ex-wife, right?
Oh.
Well, she's got money. I don't mind.
Yeah,
We'll try that for a change.
Real quick, just so you know, Ma Kitty says hello on
Oh,
Facebook.
how cool. I love
She's
Ma
listening.
Kitty.
We love her too.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. So, hi, Ma Kitty. Thanks
Hello.
for listening.
So, you started your career not in the entertainment business.
No,
And it wasn't until around age 65, if I'm correct,
65.
that
right.
you said, you know what? I think I'm going to do some stand-up. How did that nobody just does that.
It's quite simple,
Yeah?
actually. I was in the clothing business for 50 years. I was a salesman. I traveled the country selling major stores and making money and then getting married and divorced and married and divorced. So that was my hobby. And when I turned 65, nobody in the clothing business wanted to pay me for what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not 11. I'm not going to do stuff on commission, if C, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I split from my third wife and said, this is perfect. Now I can do anything I want. I can go out all night. I could do anything. I have nobody that at the beginning says that's wonderful, and then after a year, it's like the divorce papers. So we're already getting divorced. So it was perfect.
Right.
So the first thing I did though was I did sketch comedy.
Okay.
With Ann Beats, who was the first female writer on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, wow.
And I realized after doing it that I hated being on stage with anybody.
Okay.
And so it'll be 11 years in March that I've been doing stand-up.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're up there talking about what's going on in your life, basically. What you talk about what it's like to get old, doing everything that no one else is saying.
Right, and old people know it.
Yeah.
They just don't want to tell anybody. And if they do, you're not listening.
What?
Right.
It's not exactly what I'm telling you. Right?
Wayne.
I don't know.
No, when you get to be old, you'll find out. People don't even notice you anymore. In fact, I don't know if you know this, but I'll show you the picture on my driver's license. It's from the guy standing behind me.
Like all of a sudden, licenses are becoming selfies.
Yeah, right.
Photo bombing your license. Great.
Yeah.
The new DMV. That's awesome. Well, okay. Now, you're doing stand up, and you must have had something that sparked that said. Was there a certain comic, a certain moment? What was your kind of epiphany that said, I want to do this?
I've been a fan of comedy forever. And there's a lot of comedians that I liked. I liked Mort Sahl. I liked Woody Allen when he did stand-up. So when you're old, there's been a lot of people. And of course, George Carlin and Richard Pryor. And I figured, what the heck? So when I decided to do this, I joined a workshop. And I've been in the workshop now for 11 years. And they've taught me everything on how to do this stuff.
Right.
Because people think you just go up and talk. It's a lot of work.
But I think a lot of people that start out exactly what you're saying is they don't think you have to have, say, classes or a certain approach. They do just go up there. And it's almost like I've seen so many through my years of watching stand-up and watching new people starting out that they sometimes it just becomes a lesson in a psychology for themselves on stage. It's not even... It isn't.
They're not doing a show,
right?
They're just
they're basically getting it out in front of an audience that could care less.
Yeah, and they're just kind of spilling their own beans, which they could do with a psychologist or somebody to talk to.
Except they're comedians-ish, so they can't afford it.
Right.
The great irony.
right.
But some,
yeah, because there's a formula. There's a formula
There's
to
a lot
comedy.
of formulas, a lot of everything. And
Yeah.
one of the things that was impressed on me, actors have workshops
right
that they go to all the time to get better, to figure this out. Comedians think you can just go up and talk. And I have to say there are some that have been able to do that.
Right.
But mostly not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to kind of keep that. You got to keep it fresh. You got to keep it, your mind working in that, forward progress. You can't just become stale up there,
No.
Especially doing comedy. God.
No, you're there by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only rely on yourself.
If you suck at your job, no one knows unless you're standing up in front of everybody. Then everybody knows.
Yeah. So were there nerves when you first started?
Let me tell you the first time I did stand up.
Please do.
I will do that.
Thank you, Marty.
Share with us.
Ross.
You see how they put me down? It's unbelievable.
What?
Not you, because, Wayne.
You guys are going to have to deal with that on your own. I don't know.
You know what? I already forgot the question. Oh, I remember. But you could tell me again, because I like listening to you.
Oh, go on, will you?
We're not married. I listen.
Exactly. Well, I asked you about nerves, and you said you were going to tell me about the first time you did stand-up.
The first time I did a 5-minute set in 2.5 minutes, and I never looked at anybody.
Oh, wow.
That was my first one.
So you didn't engage, really, the audience.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I just did it. I blurted it out. Whatever happened, it's the kind of thing you want over.
Right.
Right,
as soon
right.
as you can get it over. So, but it was the first one.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's years now, you know?
And you guys, when you're doing stand-up, we've had some comics on here before. You start out with writing jokes and go a couple of minutes, and then you do what is your process? Like 1 minute at a time and figure it out, or is it?
You're asking an old man what his process is.
Why not?
I write all my stuff.
Right.
All right. And I have a lot of stuff because I do various kinds of shows. But I also enjoy going off my stuff and just talking to people because it's fun for me.
Right.
So that's what it is. So it depends on what's happening in the room before I take the stage.
Right. So you really have to try to pinpoint and see what kind of audience you're in front of? I mean,
that's also important because a lot of people disrespect their audience, and I don't find that okay.
Yeah.
You keep looking like someone's coming in with a gun? What's happening?
Nah,
there?
just look at it at the time, man.
Oh,
It
good.
goes, it goes very fast.
Oh, how much time do we have?
We've got 7 more hours.
7 months? So this is the telethon.
This is just the beginning.
Yes.
Because I was worried. I'm sitting outside and I'm saying, what if this is an intervention?
We brought you here today.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everyone's here in the studio.
I could see them
So,
all.
so Marty,
They already stopped
I know.
applauding.
Now that we're Facebook Live, people know that there's only the 4 of us here. But before it was a lot easier to make that joke.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
there's so many people here. Yeah, right.
I do like the intervention thing. Marty, we feel like we need to talk to you about
Yeah,
your
we've been meaning
comedy.
to talk to you about something, Marty.
We need to talk to you about your
okay.
schedule
You know,
of your comedy. I mean, you were at Flappers on Sunday.
I was there on Sunday
You're-
during the rainstorm.
Yeah, and then you're going to be at All Star Sports Grill on Wednesday.
You've been following me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need to talk about this. Then you're
Okay.
going to Vegas.
Well, no, I'm going to Flappers again Friday night.
Okay,
I mean Thursday night.
then
Okay.
Flappers, then Vegas.
Then something will come up between now and Vegas, but I just had to exhale for a few minutes.
do you drive to all these things? Do you on your own? Like, are you Uber? Do you have a driver? Do you have one of your ex-wives driving you? or what?
I drive myself. I don't trust anybody.
Do you
No,
drive
buddy.
to Vegas or you fly to Vegas?
I've driven in the past, but I'm at the point where I traveled for a living, flying around the
Yeah.
country for 50 years and all that. And it's like, you know what? I'll fly to Vegas this time. I'm not in the mood to be driving and talking to myself for
4 hours.
exactly.
Right. It's a lot easier to just hop on the plane to Vegas, play, some slots in the airport, and
I don't gamble. My wives have all my money.
Well, there you go. What do you do shows across the country, or is it you mostly stay?
I have in the past. I did the Boston Comedy Festival.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I flew down to New York and I did Caroline's.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a great time, but I've been really busy out here. My friends keep wanting me to come back to New York. It's just I can't fit it in at the
Yeah.
moment. But the good thing is, since I was in the clothing business for 1,012 years, the clothing convention's in Vegas when I'm there. So I have
wow.
friends from all over the country that
Nice.
That can see you.
me
Oh, that's
perform.
great.
That's awesome.
Or ignore me.
Do you find that audiences in different parts of the country are a little different in reception to your comedy? Or
I
is
could
it-
say yes, and then I can tell you why, and then people will say I don't want to watch them anymore.
We won't do that.
Well, I'm
No.
from New York.
yeah.
Right.
So what I did notice is people on the East Coast get what I'm about to say before I finish the sentence.
Gotcha.
That's all I have to say about the subject.
Well, then that makes sense that you stay on the West Coast more then. You get
Yeah.
to get your joke out, right?
Yeah, I can say the whole thing and see if it's as good as they may have thought it was.
Right.
I love the fact that you're called the Wrinkled Rebel.
That's true.
Because that's like that could be the new Star Wars name.
could,
the Wrinkled
Yeah,
Rebel.
right after The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, and then Star Wars, the Wrinkled
The Wrinkled
Rebels,
Rebel.
because they're older.
I am older.
So
Do you want to know how I became the Wrinkled Rebel?
Yes.
no,
I
not
don't
really.
know.
No, really, no. Okay, how
The
did
reality is that when I was doing the sketch comedy 1,000 years ago, they said we need to get a picture. I didn't know any of this stuff, and my wife had taken photography classes, and so she took the picture, and she got so close that for the first, your face is not what you see in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I saw these wrinkles, and I'm like, oh my God. And I was so depressed.
Yeah.
And And that's how I became the wrinkled rebel.
Love it, man.
Now, the rebel part's
great
because I never
tagline.
listened to anybody about anything.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
But you have great pictures.
Well, thank you. But now, because it's professional and they stand further back.
It's called makeup. No, no, I think you look great. I think you don't look a day over 60.
Well, thank you very
Absolutely
much.
not.
What if I'm wrong?
You look.
It looks like the day you first started comedy, that's how you look today, you know?
No.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Well, now I think it's time to go before you hit me with both barrels.
Marty, thank you so much. Wish you the best. We're going to play a quick little game. It's called Hollywood Closeups Quick and Quirky Game. I'm going to bat some real fire questions off to you.
Just right off the top of your head.
Can
Right
I
off
just
the
say, God help us?
There you go. Who would be your ideal TV parents?
Who would be my ideal TV parents? I don't know. They're probably dead. How about the old lady you brought up in the first place?
Betty White?
Betty White.
Betty White.
She would be my mom.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I think
Yes.
Sid Caesar could play my
Oh,
father.
nice.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
that's
good one.
great.
First time.
You have to realize I have trouble with names, so this
Right.
could be slower than it is supposed to be.
Right.
You are great.
God bless you. Want to have lunch after we're finished?
We'll just roll around. Beer or wine, or do you drink it all?
I don't drink much, but you would know.
Vodka it is. If you were a Muppet, which one would you be?
I would be Kermit.
Nice. I can see that.
I can see that too.
Like the host. I love it. Final question on Hollywood Closeups Quick and Quirky Game. What's your favorite podcast you're on right now?
I believe it's this one.
I believe that's the correct
See, you
answer.
know.
Oh, man.
You know-
Where'd all these people come from?
They're back. They just pop up, out of nowhere.
So do
But
I.
thank you so much. As we always say, it goes by so fast.
It
But
does. Was that like an hour? It was so quick.
Well, yes, it was like 7 hours. That's how fast time just
Yeah.
flies
Thank
by.
you.
But,
time flies when you're having fun with Marty Ross.
Well, thank you, guys. It was a lot of friends. It was a lot of, the words.
Yeah.
I told you. I have.
Thursday at Flappers, check him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in Burbank, California.
8
Check him out.
o'clock.
The show is absolutely hysterical. We love Marty Ross.
Yep.
I want to thank, of course, Rena Marie. We love you.
Sure, thank
Network Studios, all our listeners, and our music. Once again, Manir, happy birthday, brother. Slantmusic.com. Slantmusic.net.
Yes, and please remember, cancer has affected so many of our lives, and we can help by donating to cancerresearch.org and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, LLS.org. Let's end this disease once and for all.
Absolutely. Catch up on all episodes, past and present, at NatalieandWayne.com. And for Hollywood Close-Up, I'm Wayne Frazier.
And I'm Natalie Lipka.
And until the next one.
Peace.
You've been listening to Hollywood Close-Up with Wayne Frazier and Natalie Lipka. Be sure to visit NatalieandWayne.com for past episodes as well as information on future ones. Also, be sure to rate and comment about the show in iTunes. Until next time, bye-bye.